Okay, this is Stocks Trader for Stoxpoker.com, playing the second part of my third heads-up match with the Bryce. Pretty good flop to semi-bluff check raise. Flop bottom end of a gut shot. And we'll continue with the bluffing charade and have a little bit of a decision to make on the river, but I think the play is just to give up. If he doesn't fold the turn there, he doesn't have a hand he's going to fold very often. Certainly not often enough to justify the price in the pot is giving me to bluff. Pretty good flop for me. Draw heavy flop. One of the things I like to do against Bryce is just play passive on the flop and the turn, let him bluff or semi-bluff. So I'm going to just call here and then pop the river for value. And if he 3-bets, I will cap. So one of the ways to combat someone who you think is bluffing against you or running you over a little bit is when you do flop made hands or even marginal made hands, you can play more passively and let them continue to bluff and then put in action on the turn or most often the river, and they'll kind of think twice. And then you can start doing things like bluff calling, calling light, that type of a thing. So check behind on the flop, bet the turn, call a check raise, and now that he check calls the turn, I'm done with the hand. Six-five suited out of position, pretty loose 3-bet. Great flop for me. And bet every street for value, 3-bet if raised. I would really like to show this hand down because I want Bryce to know that I can 3-bet pre-flop with 6-5. But he didn't give me that chance. He check calls on that flop, and now that I have the 5 on the river, I can bet for value and I'll call a bet. A lot of times he's going to show up with a 6 or a 10 here, but he's also going to show up with Jack 9, gut shot type of draws, maybe King 9, that type of hand. So I do have to pay off once I pair the 5s.